Poisier, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. Beat Poisier again. But More Joyous strides away at the 100. She's too good for them. And More Joyous comes down to win it.
Animo starting to lengthen in the middle. It's Profiteer and Animo the outside. Profiteer, Animo went home best.
And Black Caviar is coasting. This is unprecedented. 10 straight. Black Caviar by 4. Crystal Lily invaded, but she is unparalleled. Black Caviar, perfect.
But it's still Pride of Jenny. 100 to go. There's no stopping her. What a performance. Pride of Jenny wins.
So some of the greats that have won the big races today. Could Willow win an All-Star Mile and a Newmarket for the first time? He's got some great rides, and what a season he's having. And what about racing's glamour couple, Jamie and Ben? The Mellons, they also have got wonderful chances today in the Group 1s. Katie, great to be at Royal Randwick. What a day of racing all around Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, it's a fabulous racing day, isn't it? Especially here at Royal Randwick. It's one of my favourite days with the Randwick Guineas, the 91st running, looking at the menu over the mile for the 3-year-olds. I think we're going to see something really special today. The Canterbury Stakes for the sprinters over the 1,300 metres, and it's only 2 weeks away from the Golden Slipper. And of course, we've got the 2-year-old fillies in the Riesling Stakes and in the Todman for the Colts. So it's shaping up to be a beauty.
It sure is, Katie. We've got a lot to think about and digest throughout the day, don't we, with that menu. And the 4 Group 1s today are chock full of outstanding horses. What a contrast between a Newmarket over 150 years old and an All-Star less than a decade old, and the 2 big races here in Sydney where you and I are. So from Pride of Jenny all the way through to Jolly Star, and 10 Tyrus, of course, maybe the biggest story of them all. Let's go off to Flemington on this historic day. Lizzie will be there along with Crawford. Heading up the team is Richo.
Well, that was one of the most comprehensive track reports I've ever heard. Green grass, but we are in for a super day at Flemington this afternoon. Looking forward to, as Bruce said, the 150th running of the Newmarket Handicap over the 1,200 metres. 10 Tyrus, can he defy history and carry the big weight down the straight? Of course, All-Star Mile as well with Pride of Jenny, hoping to win her second All-Star Mile. We've got plenty of support cards as well with Sires Produce, the CUNY, the Ottawa Stakes, Shaftesbury Avenue, Matron Stakes, and the Australian Cup Prelude. Lots to look forward to, and some key jockeys who are back in town. Of course, Mark Zara with the injury. He is now back in town, but he also is back on board Richo, his favourite horse at the moment, and that's that Absolute Speed Machine.
Yeah, by the name of 10 Tyrus, and he's such a unique horse, isn't he? Mark knows him so well. You've got to hold him up and you've got to get a gap at the right time, and when you do, he can explode through and accelerate like no other. And another story that could develop today is 100 Australian Group 1s for Huey Bowman. He flies.
But what about this wonderful filly, well written? She goes around in the Kiwi, $4 million on offer for her to take home. But what's also so interesting about her, Richo, is the fact that she has got this uber amount of talent. She looks to find the line with this daisy cutter action. She's created a lot of interest, and I can't wait to see her go around this afternoon.
It's one of New Zealand's great day of racing. You add in the Derby as well, Bruce and Katie. We are set for some sort of day today.
Certainly are, Richo and Lizzie, that's for sure and certain. Champions Day at Ellerslie, a great day at Royal Randwick, and Flemington as well, and the All-Star ambassadors enjoying the day at Flemington. Boy, oh boy, what excitement for them today to have a horse running in the big race. And after this, we're going to pay tribute to a great friend of all of ours, once in a lifetime.
Wilson, like a cork in the ocean over his head. Oh my word! Ringbolt runs in, touched up the boot. He came up behind him like a librarian. He never heard him. He's judged it to a nicety. Centimetre perfect. Siren's gone. They've done it again. They've done it again, the Cats. How will it bounce? The stadium holds its breath. It's a goal. And the western suburbs erupt.
So that was Dennis in 2016 when the Western Bulldogs broke the drought. We all got a terrible shock when we heard about his death on Wednesday morning. Dennis was an incredible broadcaster, we know that. He was a champion amongst many champions. He had a love affair with the game of Australian football, and the game had a love affair with him as well. It wasn't just Aussie rules that he excelled in. He could do anything, and I was certainly witness to all of that. For those that didn't work with him, let me just tell you something. He was as kind to the people behind the camera and the people that were in his ear to those that were standing alongside of him. He was just that sort of bloke. He transcended Channel 7. He transcended sport. He was simply a star of broadcasting. We're going to miss him dreadfully. For me, I had a profound relationship with him. I feel very fortunate. I stood alongside of him for 10 years, broadcasting Friday night football. I never knew what he was going to come out with. He made me smile, he made us laugh, he was so entertaining. It was unbelievable, his wit. I don't know how he did it to this day. And do you know what? I don't think he knew how he did it as well. He'll be with us forever. There's only one DC. And to V and Ricky and Mark, we think of you. Richo, he could do everything. He almost got himself a Melbourne Cup runner one year, didn't he?
He certainly did, Bruce. That horse's name was Kefaloo. He was a Chilean horse that arrived in Australia and was trained by Lee Friedman and owned by Dennis Cometti, Chris Judd and Matthew Pavlich. And he won the JRA Cup at 100 to 1, and they had aspirations of running in the Melbourne Cup and winning that great race. Bruce, our heart breaks for you, mate. We are here for you. I never had the pleasure or honour of even meeting Dennis, but I've heard nothing but brilliant things about him. And talking of brilliant, it's wonderful to have Huey Bowman back at his brilliant best. He's riding so well at the moment, Lizzie, in Hong Kong. He sits second in the championship behind Zach.
I saw him walk in just before. He's got a big smile on his face. His beautiful wife, Christine, was alongside him, and he has got a little bit of unfinished business today, trying to get that 100th Group 1 here in Australia. I'm sure I interviewed him once before when he won that 100th Group 1, but unfortunately it never...
So having a look as we get deep into the Group 1 season, 40 of the 76 have been run and won. So J-Max got 3 overseas, but we're going to take them off him, Katie. So Willow's off to a flying start. And look at those trainers and the battle between the big two.
It's great, isn't it? Chris Waller and Kieran Ma, they're a force to be reckoned with. Every Saturday they have well beyond over 15 runners each. So I'm really enjoying this battle, and James has got a bit of work to do to chase Willow.
He does, and horses, maybe Tentaris could put his name up today and be a chance to be Horse of the Year. He's been an incredible colt, and his runs up the straight in the Cornwall Stud and Lightning have been awesome.
Yes, they sure have. He's lethal, isn't he? He's quick, but he has to do it with 57 kilos on his back today. So Mark Zahra is back. He is the comeback king.
Look at that.
And I'll tell you what, I think no matter what, he was trying to be back no matter what for this race, because he absolutely loves this horse. And Ajax is the last horse to win with 57 kilos in the Newmarket as a 3-year-old. 3-year-olds can do it, but not with 57.
So recent years, Katie, so his Cylinder with not much weight at all when he won, and he was a classy horse, wasn't he?
Yeah, of course, 51.5 kilos he carried. Bivouac before him carried 54. Then we had 52, Brazen Bow, Sham Express and Wanted. They all did it, but they all did it with no weight on their back. So it's going to be really interesting to see if he can break Ajax nearly 100 years ago.
Yeah, it is, and he won the Cox Plate in that same year. I hope Richo's listening, because he's...
50th International Group 1. You add in the 96 he's got in Australia equals George Moore. So George has more Australian Group 1s, but they're equal on 126.
Yeah, it's a remarkable achievement from James McDonald. And also, when you look at Romantic Warrior, he's almost like poetry in motion, isn't he? He just slinks through his gears, and he looks so exciting for the future as well. He's already achieved so much, but if he heads over to Japan, we've got so much to look forward to. But there has been a little bit of a setback for the Sydney Autumn Carnival, because we've got a few horses that have been impacted in the Middle East. Dubai Honor, Caviar Heights, Barnavara, who was sold at the Scepter session for Tattersalls for $4.8 million from Jesse Harrington's stable, and heads into the hands of Chris Waller. So a very expensive, talented mare, all set back being in the UAE, or trying to travel through the UAE at the moment.
All the jockeys in the next race, which is race number 2 at Flemington, will be wearing black armbands in honour of the passing of the great Pat Hyland, one of only 8 jockeys in history to win the Grand Slam. He won the first ever million Melbourne Cup. Of course, winning the first ever $1 million Caulfield Cup as well. And he won a CUNY Stakes as we saw that great vision back in the late 60s. So love to the Highland family.